Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you guys how I made this faux suede little journal here. And I want to show you how I did it and made it look leathery too. There's a trick to do that. And I got the inspiration from Pam at the Paper Outpost, so go check her out. I'll put the link down below. And if you could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. All right, so I just want to show you guys how I did this. So it's pretty cool. And you don't have to put a snap on it. I just put a snap on this one. Just I have a little snap maker, so. And I'll show you guys how to do it a different way, so in case you don't have a snap. But it's super fun. And I did it like kind of a traveler style where you can put the elastic in the middle here and then pull the signatures out like that. So I'll show you guys how I did that. So it's just a fun little suede, and it's really soft, and just, it turns out really cool. And then I'll also show you guys, like I said, the leather, where we can make it look a little shinier and kind of leathery looking. Okay, so let's get started. You just need a paper bag. I'll make sure you guys are in frame here, because I got my camera as high as I can get it. So I'm going to keep you guys in frame here and get my cutter out. And I'm going to need bigger ruler. Figure all that out. Okay. All right. So now what I'm doing is just I'm just cutting off about a ½ inch on the side here, because we don't need those parts, and I'll show you how it does it here. So I'm just taking it and cutting that part off. I'll flip it over. Make sure. Okay. And then on the same thing, I'm just doing like a ½ inch off the side here. Like that. And then this is what you get. Like that. And then you can use these sides for something later in another project, which is great. We'll throw those to the side there. And the part that I want, it just opens it up just like that when you cut it like that. Okay. And the part I want here is just, I'm going to cut, make sure you guys can see here. There we go. And I'll get my smaller ruler. And just whatever size you guys want, you know, wherever you want to cut it to. I'm just going to cut all this off. Like that. Okay, so we were working with this piece. And of course, save all this. You can make something cool out of that. Okay. And then the next step is to just take it and crumble it up. You take out all your frustrations on it. Just get it crumbled up. All the wrinkles out of it. And then undo it. You can see there's some wrinkles in it. So you're going to want to just kind of get some more going. Just kind of crinkle around. That. So you're just going to want to get a lot of crinkles in it. The more the better. Okay. And then just undo it here. There we go. And then lay it flat. Keep the wrinkles in it. Now, we get out our inks here. And I got the Vintage Photo, Crackling Campfire, Black Soot. So those are the ones I have. And I'm gonna start with the Vintage Photo. Oh, and I also have Walnut Stain here. We also got Walnut Stain. So I'm just taking it and just running it along the bumps. You don't want to push too hard where you're getting it down, you know, in the flat areas. Just kind of get the peaks that are sticking up. So you can see, you just run it along. Okay, and let's do some Walnut Stain. This one's a little darker. There we go. So you're just kind of just inking it up and just getting it how leathery looking you want it. Okay, and then we can do black. See how dark that gets? It's nice. Okay. And then in Pam's video, she showed how if you get too much color, like say here, let's do some red here. And if I get too much color, like right here, you know, like I got too much red there, you could come through with, like say your Walnut Stain, and you can tone it down. Just like that. So you just go through and you can tone down the colors and, you know, jazz them up how you want and just make everything, just keep going. I'm like, you know what? I might want a little more black through. So you just play with it. Just try to get all the little creases that you want. I'm pushing a little bit harder in some spots because I just want to get it down there. And there we go. And then maybe just a little bit more red throughout. So that gives it like a little suede looking. There we go. So yeah. So that works great, and a good thing to have around you that I don't seem to have around me right now is a wet nap, wet wipe, baby wipe, or anything like that, because it's nice just to, you know, if you want to get some of the ink off your hands. Some of the ink off your hands. So now you got it how you want it, and you're looking at it going, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. And, well, the ink doesn't really want to come off, does it? Okay. So the next step is to take your spritzer or your spray bottle and, okay, and just do a little, just wet, get it wet. And it's going to spread because it's a water-soluble inks that we're using. So it's going to do a little bit of spreading. And I'm just going to let it sit for a second. And yeah, that looks great. Now, here's the fun part, is conditioner, hair conditioner. And I don't think it really matters what hair conditioner you use. It's just gets in there and gets it hydrated, and it just makes everything just so soft. Like it just softens it and makes it really nice. Just like in your hair particles, like when you put it in your hair, and it just expands it and makes it nice and, you know, silky. And so that's what it kind of, it does that to the, you know, it makes it a little more flexible and stuff. It does that to the paper bag. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of conditioner, and I would say, let's see, maybe 2 teaspoons or so, if that, teaspoon and a half. And then just rub it in your hands. oh, I forgot this part. Just do a little wet in your hands, like that. And get your hands moist, and then just rub it along the bag. And it smells really good. So make sure you got a good conditioner that you like the smell of. And then you take it and ball it up. Yep, and just get it all worked in there. And do it. Get it in there again. So you're just working it in there. Working it in there. Just like that. And man, you can already feel it. It just gets so soft. You guys have to try this. It just gets it really just soft. And it's pretty much, the trick is just the conditioner. Get your hair conditioner in there. And there you go. And then, let's make sure you guys are in frame here. Okay. Yeah, and you just make sure, whoops, that you got every little part. And look at that. It just looks so cool. And you get to see the ink stayed, you know, and once it dries, it really does look like that. It just does, it keeps the ink in there, and yeah, it just makes it really soft and nice. So there you go. So you get this far, and go ahead and just lay it to the side, and maybe overnight or whatever, just to dry. And I got an example here that will make another one. So I let this just dry overnight, and that's what it looked like. So they all look a little different. You could just do different things and different wrinkles. It depends on how much you wrinkle it, or how much you know, ink you put on, and what colors you put on. You can even add some blues. I just don't have any blues or anything, but do some different colors on it. Yeah, and it just brings out different looks to everything. So I'm gonna lay this to the side, and then I'm gonna take this one that I made, and I'll show you guys how to make it in to look like leather. So we'll do that. Let's go ahead and take this. I can just wipe up some of this. I don't know why it matters. I'm gonna make another mess. Okay. I'm just gonna open it up like that. And the trick is Mod Podge. So this is a gloss luster, so it is going to be shiny, and you can use the matte or the other, whatever other kind you have. And let's put it on there and see what happens. So this is going to be the leather look. And I'm just taking my paintbrush, and I'm just going to put a generous amount around. I mean, you don't need a massive amount or anything, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna just smudge it all around it. Okay, so I put that out in the sunshine, out on my bench. It's actually sunny here in Oregon today, and we've been having really cold nights, though. It's been down to, geez, what was it the other night? Like 24, and that's cold for us. It's like, whew. So I put it out on the bench. It's supposed to be in the 40s or something today, mid 40s, and it's nice and sunny right now. So I put it outside to see if I can get it dry, the Mod Podge on it. And if not, I'll take the blow dryer or something to it and show you guys at the end for sure. But this one is another suede looking one. And I want to show you guys how I made a little booklet with it. Or a little journal, or a little traveler's. I mean, I guess it could be a little traveler's, just suede. So it's kind of fun. Little journal. Okay, so what I got is mailer. I took one of my mailers and cut it and used the inside of it just to thicken it, to make it a little bit more sturdy here. And I'm gonna line it up like this. So I made it smaller than the actual paper bag. And I'm just gonna take it and cut the corners here. And just go ahead and go, just leave a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch, and just kind of snip. enough here. Right. And we're just gonna go ahead and wrap it around. So what I'm using is Fabrifix glue. Whoop, I'm gonna bump everybody there. Fabrifix glue, and it bonds fabric, lace, leather, trims, and more. So this will work great. And I have it in my icing bottle here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and glue. Just get the edges glued around. So just like that, I'm just folding down the edges. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and getting out your paper bags and making some suede and leather little journals. Because once you start doing this, it's pretty fun. I mean, it really is. You can do all kinds of things. I mean, you could do tags with it. You can make little cute little suede tags and all kinds of things. You can make pockets with them and just, you know, do a little manila envelope backing or you know, folder, manila folder just to thicken it, or some cardstock on the backing. And yeah, you could do belly bands with them and little corner pockets and journal tags. So there's all kinds of things you could do. It doesn't have to be just a journal. So just let your imagination run wild. That's what I like to say. Because there's so many different things you can do. Okay. There we go. I'm just kind of folding the edges up here. Just getting to the edge here. So yeah, just make sure you're saving your bags. Don't throw them in the trash, because this is definitely one thing you could do with them. Okay. All right. And I think this would be a great gift for like the man in your life, or, you know, because it's kind of a, not saying it's just a mannish gift or anything, but it's kind of cool. It's just like the leather, it's got the leather feel, and it's just pretty cool. And I really like it. And I really like that I did you could take the papers out and just add another signature in when you're done writing in this one, you know. So that makes it kind of nice. So yeah, I just think it's a great gift too, to give to somebody. Okay, so there we go. We got all the edges down, and that's what it looks like that. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. And if you want extra, you know, glue, you can definitely glue it to the back beforehand. But just for time's sake, I was just doing the sides just to show you guys. But you can definitely glue the back to the mailer too. Here we go. And this one's a little taller, but I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. And we can even throw in some kind of sewing happening too. So like, say this one is too tall. I like this size better. So what I want to do, but then that might mess with us, huh? With our edging. That's okay. If I go in the middle like this. Let's just try something different here. Just for funsies. And I like to throw a curveball. So I'm going to go like this. Make sure you can see it. I'm going to grab this and this. And let's see. Okay, let's line it up. sure we're doing straight lines here. Because that does not look straight to me. I'll line it up to my line here. And then I'm just going to cut off each end. Like that. So, I mean, of course you can measure this beforehand. But I was just excited to show you guys. So now I'm just playing around. And I'm going to cut these ends off. And then I want to go ahead and take it to the sewing machine and do a zigzag stitch all the way around it. And that would look really cool, especially with the black thread. And it should make it look, see, I can even take this off. It'll make it just look like we sewed into the suede. So I'm gonna go try to do that, and I'll show you guys when it's all done. So I did a little sewing around it, and I'm loving it. I think it looks great. And like I said, there's always a no-sew option, you know. I didn't do any sewing around this one, so, and I think it looks great too. So there we go. So now, what I want to show you guys is a different closure. If you don't have a snap maker or a snap, you know, to do snaps, there's definitely different closures you could do. So what I'm going to do is, just to reinforce it, I'm going to pop out some circles. Okay, do 4 of them. Do a little inking. I think this is the walnut stain on here. Pretty sure. I'm just going to ink around real quick. And then I'm just going to attach these on the inside and the outside just to reinforce. And we'll put some eyelets in and do a fun little closure. Okay. So let's take our glue. Of course it's clogged up. Of course it is. Okay. Not sure why. Okay, and then I'm just going to find here, just middle-ish. And then I will line these up enough here. Like that. Just kind of line them up so they're in the same spot. So it's a little higher, but I like that spot. It's not quite in the middle, it's a little bit up, but that'll work. And we're going to do the same to the other side. Okay. And just line it up. Like that. Just get as close as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. And I'm just lining it up. There we go. Okay. So now we're just going to pop our holes in it with my crocodile. And we got the 3/16 and the 1/8 hole punch. And I'm going to use the 3/16, and this is the eyelet setter right here. So let's go ahead and do 3/16. Make sure you guys can see. Pop a hole. Pop a hole. And for some reason, my eyelets are a little bigger than my hole. I ordered them off Amazon, but oh my goodness. It's just stuck in there, I can't see. So I have to make the hole a little bit bigger just to be able to get the eyelet in there. These are 3/16 eyelets, but I don't know why. It's just such a tight fit that I have to pop another little hole in there just to get it to go in easier. Okay, and then you take the pokey part and put it in the top here and then press it down. Like that. And you do the same here, and you press it down. So there we go. you got yourself a little spot to do a closure, and we could put onion skin dyed fabric, and I think this would look great. We do not need it super long here. Let's do maybe 12 inches folded in half, and then there we go. And it's a little thicker than I'd like, so let's just go like this and hope it rips this way. Yay! And then do a little rip action. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just fold it in half like that. I'm going to pop it through, make a loop, make a loop here, and then just stick it through the loop like that. There we go, and then you just pull it. And voila! And do the same thing to the other side. So you just fold it in half, like that. And then just push it through your little eyelet. And then make a loop. Okay. And then just stick it through. Like that. And then just pull. And there you go. So now you got a closure to tie it. And now I want to show you guys how I did the binding here. So I'm going to take my eyelets and I'm just going to pop a hole on each end here, 3/16. So do the big hole. And I'm just making sure I'm on the crease here. And then just going down, maybe 1/4 inch from the bottom. And then just getting a hole there. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. There we go. And then do the same at the top. And that's if you want to do a closure like this, or I mean a binding. Okay, just make it a little bigger. And go from the outside, like that. Squish it. There we go. And then do the same to the bottom here. Okay. Ooh. Let's get it in there. And then, there you go. Eyelet set. Okay. And now I just take a piece of elastic and go through one eyelet, go through the other eyelet, like that. Okay. And then you just tie it snugly. You can always retie it if you need to. So just tie it pretty tight, like that. And I'm gonna leave it long just in case. And if it bows up, that's okay, because we're gonna stick the papers in it and it should be better once we stick them in there. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some papers real quick and we'll do that part. All right, so I went ahead and folded them all in half here. And these are onion dyed and avocado skin dyed papers, and I will put the link down below on how I did that. Okay, and this is just 5 papers that I'm putting in, so it'll be 20 pages back and forth to write on, because 5 times 4, because if you think about it here, if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, so each page has 4 sides, so you just times it by 4, and then I have 5 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. So you got 20 pages to write on. Just in case you guys didn't know that one. Okay, and then I got a pretty page in the middle to look at. Okay. And then if it's too, like, see how it's kind of folding down there? I can, it might work. But I could go ahead and cut, let's cut to size here. So we're gonna wanna go, let's see, I'll take it out of this. So we know we wanna cut a little bit at the top. And then when it's in here, we'll go like this. We definitely want to cut some of that. So I just line it up about 1/8 of an inch in. And just make sure everything's where you want it. Line it up here. We'll do a little cutting. You don't have to press hard or anything. You just do it a couple times until it comes off like that. Just make sure you get it. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the top a little here. About. Make sure it's lined up. I'm just lining it up here. Okay. And then just cut it off. All right. Now, let's see how it fits. You just keep doing it and cutting things and putting it back in, see how it fits. So it works. And this is definitely tight enough, so I can cut this. Okay. And there you go. Works for me. And you got your little tie here. You could do it in a bow or just kind of tie it, and probably doesn't need to be as long. So I'm just going like this. I'm just snipping sideways here. And there we go. You got some fun little ties, and so we got our little booklet done here, and then I'm gonna go get the Mod Podge leathery one, and we'll see how that one turned out. I think this turned out great. This is the Mod Podge. Can you guys see? I mean, is that really cool? So yes, it does look like leather, and man, it's got a really cool feel to it. I just stuck it outside for what, 15 minutes, and it's dry. I didn't do the inside here, but you can, you know, of course. Or maybe just do it before you put the journal together, and then, man, that just is really cool. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think. And please leave a comment and like if you like this video. It really helps my videos out a lot in my channel. It gets me out there further. But you can see the difference here. Make sure you guys are seeing it. Yep. You can just see the difference here. Isn't that fun? So you got the suede, and then you got the leather. So I would love to hear in the comments which ones you like better. And yeah, just hit the like button and keep on crafting, guys.